Welcome back to my messy desktop. This is going to be a quick, dirty rundown of this box set. It's the European Infantry Mercenaries from Perry. A solid 40 models per box, just for 20 euros. Honestly, one of the more bigger quantity of models you can get from Perry. One of those boxes that they have. Unfortunately, this suffers from the slight height difference that the Roar of the Roses models do, and I'll show that here in a minute. But let's go ahead and get this box open and see what y'all get inside. Now, I know it's dirty, but I got a lot of projects going on, and as you all know, it's kind of hard to clean when you got such limited workspace. So, I work with what I got, do my best. So I apologize for the dirty mess. So in the box, you have your usual Perry pamphlet. Has your hints and tips for the halberds and how to do the spears, paint your shields or pavise, I'm not sure how the correct wording is for it. So the banners you can cut out and use, and then a little bit of history for the units. You have your usual Renindra bases. I have about a ton of these, and they are handy. Do keep them, don't throw them away. You never know when you might need them. You have three sprues of the big sprue, and then 2 sprues of the tiny sprue. The tiny sprue is date marked 2010, sprue date 2010. Just keep that in mind. And then the smaller sprue is sprue date 2009. When it comes to the smaller sprue, you have the what seems like War of the Roses bodies to it. You can see these bodies in War of the Roses. And if you'll notice, these two have the longer legs and shorter bodies, which means they're going to look different than the Agincourt or English Army boxes. So these will have the same height difference as the War of the Roses bodies. I did a video on that earlier if you want to look at it. It's not too bad. It's just an ever so slight difference in torso height and body height. You have these really long pikes. You have some handguns here. The handguns, they aren't like GW handguns. They're very very small, and they look like that. So don't expect the huge huge GW handguns. They're more of a slider, more historical Perry handgun. So keep that in mind when you're buying them. You get your crossbows down below, because there's a crossbow option, a handgun option, and then a regular footman option on these. You do get 2 larger shields, 2 buckler shields to go with that as well. And you get 3 sprues of this. So 3 sprues of these bodies, crossbows, handguns, and pikes, and then the heads and top bodies. When it comes to the smaller sprue here, you have all the halberd options down below. You have what look like the taller these are regular bodies that will fit in with the War of the Roses and the rest of the units in here. You have much cooler helmets down here. Helmets right here. It's a very cool helmet. So you have 2 with feathers. 1, 2, 3 with feathers. And then one of the little pennant on top. It's pretty fun looking. And then you have those 6 large shields for your crossbowmen, as well as some double-handed sword down here, a drum, scabbard swords, and all of that fun stuff you can use. But like I said, it's just a quick rundown of the sprue. This is one of those rare Perry boxes where they don't have sprue pictures on the website. In this way, y'all can see what you're getting yourselves into, what you need, what you get, and all that fun stuff to hold inside. So that's the sprue. That's the box. It's a very simple Perry box. Unfortunately, because of how I personally prefer the newer bodies to the old bodies, and because of that, I'm not actually going to use these. I'm going to sell these off to a friend of mine. But if you want if you want 40 troopers with a handgun and crossbow option, aka if you're making an Empire or Sonnenstall army, this would be the way to go, just to save money on it. I mean, the amount of models you get and the options you get are absolutely fantastic. And just 2 boxes of these will be 40 models for about... would be about 80 models for $40, which is a really good savings, and they're really good models to boot. I mean, just look at that guy right there in his armor. That's a really nice armor on that guy. Command option. But anyway, I'll be back soon with something else. Hopefully some Raging Heroes, some more Skyrim miniatures, and some more Was it Titan Heroes? Sorry, Titan Forge models. And until I see you next time, keep a strong dice hand and happy wargaming.